we do the introduction. We are making this, is it the fourth part of the translation?
Yep,
of,
the fourth one.
Yeah, and we are hoping it's going to be the last one for this video, for this particular video. But just before we start, I have some few questions that Albina needs to answer. This is a question I've asked Albina. I'm asking now, how does Anastacia find her way, transportation from one place to another? Because the world we live in is just money, 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 material. And then she has a wonderful answer.
Hi everyone. So to answer Frederick's question from Anastasia's previous interview, not our interview, but the ones that she gives freely across all that community that I'm part of as well. She is saying that when you on a lifestyle self-sufficient, when you autonomous person and live that way, things happens very easy. It's like a puzzle that you have life and you have a lot of puzzles and particles of life, and it's all around you, all everywhere. Like sometimes people say my life is mass, or sometimes they say I'm all over the place, and that's actually what it is for most of people. Anastasia answered this question, like when you're on autonomous lifestyle, everything, all the picture that was broken in pieces comes together as one puzzle, one picture. Your life nicely fall into the one beautiful picture. And when you in need of things like transportation, or go from one destination or another, or when you need some other things that we used to have in our life and that we are paying for, let's say taxi, to travel from one place to another. Anastasia has no income now. Right now, she gave up all her financials, all her credit cards and bank accounts. So she travels with only one backpack, and she does not rent a room, because when do we need a room, right? Or in a hotel? Only when we need place to sleep or to have a shower, go bathroom, doing our things in our bathroom, right? So that all completely off the table with the lifestyle that Anastasia pursuing. As people, autonomy people, they do not sleep, and they do not need a shower in a traditional way, where most of the time, like Anastasia, she does not take a shower traditional in the shower. She goes into the water, natural source of water, which is lake or river, and have a shower there. It's not even the shower, she's just enjoying the water yourself, because the people doesn't get dirty, they don't get stinky, they have no smells under the armpits like we do, because everything is that we have is a release of toxins that we consumed. It's a result, yeah, it's a result of digesting all the things that we eat. And as you're not digesting anything, when you clean and you are free from it, there is no smell, there is no oil coming out, and your hair is not getting oily because there is no excess of oil in your body. It's perfectly balanced.
And no sweat, no salt,
no sweat,
no.
yeah,
That's right.
and no smell. That's such an interesting fact. And then in addition to that transportation, how she pays for all that, because she still travels, because she still takes the taxi, and some drivers driving her from one place to another. But she is saying, everything is in different flow now. People like feel the energy. Everybody's saying that she is radiating different energy. She is absolutely, everybody feels that she is absolutely different from energy perspective. And then when she needs to travel, she comes across the taxi and she's freely saying, I need to get there, but I have I can't pay you. And you know what? It happens so many times, and not just so many times, all over. Every day she takes like goes somewhere. The people offer her to drive her free without pay. So she's saying that there is not even one accident where I was traveling, taking a taxi, and somebody said, "You know what? You owe me," because everybody would turn around and say, let me just drive you there." And it's a different lifestyle we're not used to.
Let me do something good for a person today, and then that is you. I'm doing it for you. I'm
Yeah,
not paying you. You said something like that
exactly.
earlier.
It's like one good thing I'm gonna do today for somebody, not just for myself. Where food is for ourselves. We close our doors, we live under the roof within our walls, we feed ourselves. It's all for ourselves. It's all for our ego. Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
when we serve people, when we do things for somebody, it's different, right? So, and that's how she found out a lot of people, they are just freely offering to do a lot of things for her because she radiates different energy. It's you can feel it. That's how people are saying.
Wow. And
Uh,
we are translating today's video. You want to finish up with it, please?
yep.
But then the other thing, as you are getting the video, I'm just going to be sharing a little. It's like if we have this kind of lifestyle, this one, then there will be, first of all, there will be no conflicts. Because tell me, if you just sit in a place and somebody feels there's no, you don't need to sometimes when to say some words. Somebody will just be feeling, okay, what this is what you need. The person can read the way she's saying. She sees people inside. I don't know which one, the way she puts it, in a way that herself, she sees herself in the people, and
Yeah.
in those other people. It's not like it's her life. It's like it is the other person's life. The one we say about love your neighbors, you love yourself. Meaning, I'm not. It's not about me now. It's not about self now. It's about us. It's about, I don't know. I don't know how to put those
That's
words.
a great point you brought because this is from another interview with another person whose name uh, Vovchin, no, 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 no. Volodya something, I don't remember. He is also part of that. He is one of the autonomous person as well, but he tried it for 40 days, go without food, without water, and he completely deprived his sleep for 40 days. So somewhere we have interview of his as well, very fascinating. And somewhere in the middle of that, he's fasting, he's like leaving. Something struck him, he's saying, and he turned and he said, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I see everybody. I see me in everybody on a sense level. It's like you feel person is a person, part of me." And he's saying we see each other as a broken in pieces people separately. But when you go through autonomy, there is a point of time when you turn and you see picture as we all one. You, like Svetlana said, they all saying the same thing. We all mirror of each other, and that's so evident when you're on autonomy lifestyle. You can exactly apply that saying that we are mirror of each other. And Anastacia always saying this, brings up this point. When somebody's act in her group, she has, as I'm saying, a ton of people in her group where they discuss and help support each other through that lifestyle, all the challenges and problems that people have. So if somebody in that group acts really like wrong and attacking some other people and saying, "Oh no, this is wrong you're saying," or "I'm not agree with you," and she would listen and then she would voice her point and she would say, you know, guys, I'm listening to you and I'm getting scared, not for you, for me, because I understand that you reflecting what is not resolved in me. You all argue because I still have issues that I bother me, that I still didn't work through. So you showing me that I'm still like have a lot of things to work on. And that's their point. So it's interesting. And going
Wow.
back to the guy that I was saying that went for 40 days straight with deprivating sleep and deprivating food and water. He said there was a point in time and I realized you ask me questions. It's like I ask myself questions and I answer to myself through myself. But for people to understand that, and that's what all of them saying, that's where you realize that the point of time when you really understand that unity, where you ask me a question and you answer your question through me. It's one, right? We all one right now, right here. You ask and you answer through me to yourself. So it's like that, the unity that this autonomy lifestyle brings. The point that they all united in, and they all highlight that point that everything in life is very united. Autonomy lifestyle get to open that unity in you.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, we translate the video now. Maybe we share. I
Yep.
know we get to it somewhere.
So share the screen.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. You let me know what you see.
Mm, we are starting to share the screen, but I've not yet seen it yet.
Let me just
There you
out.
go. Seeing it?
Is it the same? The one?
Yes, it's the one.
Okay.
And it has reached 1 hour 41 minutes. That's where we were exactly.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna bring it here to the screen and we'll start our part 4. All right. Oh, there you go. We have a commercial.
Yeah.
All right.
To reach a point where you can skip it, and then maybe you can put it full screen.
Yep. Isn't it full?
It's not full.
Oh, no?
No, you left me somewhere.
You see Anastacia? All right.
Yeah.
So Anastacia is saying, there is a question from audience. Do we need to get ready for dry days, for this dry fasting? And Anastacia is saying you do not need to prepare yourself because traditional way that you know, because during your dry fasting, everything going to be burnt from the inside, going to be burned inside of your body. Everything burns out. You don't need to prepare. Your body knows how to handle it. And you don't need to go away for dry fasting. You live in social life, your social life. So, and do it also without complicating it. And Marina is saying, see, it's the same as your lifestyle. It's the difference is that you eat 3 times a day and I eat only 2 times a week. or maybe once a week. And the lady is concerned. She's saying it. I think it's tough. How it's difficult to go just switch for yourself and go completely self-sufficient. And the lady is saying how it's such a so much value in this tradition of lifestyle. It's so much color and taste, the fruits and all the goodies that we eat. Why do we need to say no to all of that? And uh, if we don't want to go autonomy, try that lifestyle. And Marina is saying, try one day, try a couple of days, go just dry fasting and deprivate sleep as well. Just try it. And if something will switch in your head, because it's all about your mind, and you will see the benefit of what you are getting in exchange of what you gave up, you never would want to go back to food and live and go back to your lifestyle that you used to. You're never gonna exchange what you're gonna experience during a self-sufficient lifestyle to any on any food. So Anastasia is saying why we deprivate sleep also because every time when we sleep, after the sleep, we want to repeat the previous day. We want to repeat that coffee. We want to repeat that breakfast, that fruits. If you deprivate sleep, if you take it off, you don't have any desire to go back to what you had yesterday. It's just not going to pop up in your mind. So she's saying, if you deprivate sleep, you don't want to eat. That's the connection. But if you have even a little bit of sleep, you would want to crave something. And she's like, yes, I'm falling asleep sometimes for 10 minutes to 20 minutes. And what I want to do after, sometimes I want to smell the fruit, like smell the how orange smells. I understand I want to eat it, but though I understand it's like part of me. It's life, and I don't want to put it into my belly. I don't want to put it into myself. I just want to smell it. Mhm. If you so the lady was giving an example, telling the example of her deprivating sleep when she was in college and she needed to complete her uh, PhD. So she couldn't sleep for a couple of days. And she's saying, you know, Anastasia, I had such a complication. The first night I haven't been sleeping because I was getting ready for, like, I was completing that work. And next day I was feeling a little bit tired. But then next night I haven't been sleeping again because I was again working on my job, on my work. And the day after, I was completely lost. I forgot everything in the taxi. All my work left in the taxi and went away. And I went to an exam with no not no work completed because I left it in the taxi. It's hard, she's saying. And Anastasia is saying, when you deprivating sleep but you still eat and drink, you gonna be tired. If you are drinking again and eating, you going to get in trouble. Is something gonna happen because you're gonna be exhausted. The body can produce that much energy to digest food, digest all the microelements from water, and then give you energy if you're not sleeping. So no, you need to take off the food and water. Never, don't try keep eating and deprivating sleep. It's a one chain. No sleep, no food, no water. So another point, Anastasia is saying water, uh, water makes you hungry. And food became like a flower for me. I can look at it, I can smell it, feel the smell in my body, but I don't want to eat it. It's like you and that fruit are two parallel reality. So how am I gonna consume the other reality? So the question that from the audience, they're saying, well, I am working a lot intellectually, where I waste a lot of energy by thinking and doing work mentally. I concentrate and I need that energy. If I don't eat and don't sleep, I don't have that energy. And Anastasia is saying, of course, food is a drug. Are you gonna, if you are drug addict and you are taking on a day to day some drugs, you're gonna crave for that drug. So So the this guy is saying that he's not agree with this lifestyle because you still need to have consume something, because how you gonna work and live in social life, like lawyers and all the artists, they still need energy to work sufficiently, and the energy comes from food. I don't believe it comes from anywhere else. So Anastasia is saying, I don't want you guys to start this lifestyle from a disease that untreatable, because that would be the only way to treat yourself through autonomy lifestyle, because you have so much programs that you're not going to be survived without food right now, but you going to survive when you are sick. So what is the point? Like, you are ready to go that life path when you are sick, because there is no other way to get a life or prolong your life. uh, and you just mistaking. I'm giving you the option to follow my steps. I'm opening the door for possibilities that you are able to live that lifestyle without all mistakes that I've went through. On top of that, this lifestyle gonna bring you so much resources. Money comes forward to you all of a sudden. Your desires, your dreams comes true. There, it's so much happens when you're on a lifestyle of self-sufficient, that you can't explain those things, and they are so sufficient. They're so uncomparable to what you think. The besides, like, compare to food and water and all your lifestyle that you live normal life normally. If you try, you're never gonna exchange this experience and go back to food and water, because there is a different values. Look at me. I don't even know how I'm living my life without even getting any income. She's saying, maybe we should talk about truth. If I want to eat, I'll eat, and if I don't want to eat, I won't. Anastasia saying, of course, of course. And she's saying, of course, that's what you need to understand. Your desire to eat is not your body desire, it's your mind. So the point is that mind is craving something, and you need to understand what exactly it's craving for. It's not a food. She's saying, with me, where I realized that it's all mindset is when I was thinking at night during close to dinner what to do. What I actually wanted to do is just to get a ticket and fly to Bali. Um, I'm saying it right, Bali, Bali. Um,
Yeah,
the
there's a place
tour,
called Bali. There's a place called
Bali.
Bali.
Yes, that's what I wanted actually to do, and I was suppressing it, thinking that I want to eat, and I was eating until I realized I don't want to have a dinner. Instead of dinner, I want to go and enjoy myself in Bali. So when I realized, I just got a ticket and I went there. So when she and that's how she got into understanding that everything related to our desires. She was sitting at the table one night thinking, what do I want to do? Eat, or what is it? If not, what is it? What behind it? And she's realized that she want to travel. She want to go and just enjoy life in a couple days in Bali or some other place. And what she did, she just bought a ticket right away and flew the same day. And that was my answer to my desire to eat. She's saying that everything comes true and comes forward to you easy. Just understand your desires. It's and when you understand what is it you actually want, the food gonna fall off. The and you're gonna get the results actually the ones that you wanted. When do you eat, guys? You eat only when you are bored and you don't know what to do. That's where you go and open up the fridge. And when you're on an autonomy lifestyle, the things happen so quickly, so in different perspectives that you have no time to even go by and open the go by the fridge and open the fridge because it's just not part of your life. So the autonomy means that you gonna increase your chances to make your dreams come true. And Anastasia is saying, yes, that's exactly what it is. And he's saying, are you already at the point where you already know what you like, where you are and what to do? She's like, I'm still learning myself. I also learn as I go. She's saying, I have so much in front of me. I want to bring this lifestyle all over the world. And you ask me if I already fulfilled my dreams. Not yet. It's 10% of what I wanted to do. 10%, but we're already moving forward with so many people. So the question is about sexual intimacy, and the guys is that person is asking, how is it different when you are not eating? And Anastasia is replying that it's so different because you are becoming so sensual and sensitive to all the uh, senses and energy. You think yourself when you full of you just had a dinner, who wants to have any sexual interaction? Nobody. Everybody's laying down and like full. You have no senses. You have no sex. Like you're not. You you become very sensual when you are on a autonomy lifestyle. You feel person, and food doesn't interact with your um, energy. Mm. So she's saying the sleep blocks all the energy, and you're gonna experience yourself, and it more relate the women relate to it more when they are deprivating sleep and they deprivating food and water. They becoming um, very central, so they are feeling it actually, the orgasm, I'm sorry. And there is deep feelings where there is none during nothing like it during the regular interaction. Again, you're dying little by little during the sleep. In the morning you can't move, your back hurts, you need to stretch your arms, you need to stretch your back, uh, and then to help yourself you eat, you making coffee to open up your eyes and get your energy back. It's like a pills, the food became a pill for you, the drug. Just think how you feel every morning when you wake up. You can't even get up from the bed sometimes. So she's saying, I had one of my friends made such a point that he's saying at night he has all the, he was working all day, he has all these plans for tomorrow, everything set and done in on his notebook what he's going to do tomorrow. And once he go to sleep in the morning, everything changed. He becomes completely different person. Everything not possible what was possible yesterday for him. So everything that you ever done through the day, everything that you achieved is zeroes out in the morning and you start over every day. How to start this lifestyle? Anastasia is saying, start with a little bit food. Eat only a little bit, only and fruits, uh, and not fruits, only raw food. And make sure that you understand the fruits is a drug as well because it's sweet and it drugs our taste buds too. I recommend some of uh, fruit, veggie, raw veggie. How how what are your thoughts about money now, Anastasia? I am not crazy about it, she's saying. The last 3 years I work free, no charge, no fees. I tried it a lot of different ways. I had still my last one still was astrological planning for people that for my clients I was charging that. And I came to understand and realize. And she say, I came to realize that realization that I need to change first. I can't expect people to change around me. I need to change first. If I want to see something in people, I should start from myself, with myself. And once I stopped taking money for all my work, everything started just happening free and like magic. Any taxi I take, I don't pay because I'm asking at the end of a ride how much I owe. And they're like looking at me and saying, nothing. And she's like, you really? And they're like, yes.
Albina, I know you are listening, you want to translate, but we have
Yes.
just talked about this one, and I have not yet known what is ahead of this, ahead of us. Do you remember when we were talking about how does she
Yes,
pay?
I know. That's where it is from also. And there are a lot of others. She also mentioning that things just happening magically.
Wow, wow. Okay, go on, go on.
Yeah. So the person is asking about his own experience. He's not asking his it's kind of statement. He's saying, Anastasia, I've deprived sleep, but I was still eating. But things were happening. Some things that I couldn't explain started to happen anyway. And she's saying, yes, things are happening. And then on top of that, when you eat, look at yourself and go into the market and look at all the rows of food and that packages of food and prepared food and all that they sell. Where you are light, you are energy, you pure, and look at all that surround you in the market. It's all food, and then it's lower vibration, lower energy. Where you and compare in comparison to what is there. Always think. Mhm. So the question from audience, two questions. First question is, I am thin and I am really, if I'm gonna go this path, I'm gonna lose more weight and I don't want to lose more weight. What is with the weight? How it's gonna balance out? The second question is, we'll get to it. The second question was about if we don't need food, if we are born being self-sufficient and we're so really proving that you can live without food, why do we have all digesting system? And then Anastasia saying, you know what? Good question, and I can't even take it anymore because it's the main question every interview I have, and I'm tired to reply. and answer the question, because we think we know everything about our belly, that we have this, we answered all the questions, that we have belly because we need to digest food. Who said? If medical field call this digesting system, you don't need to call it digesting system. It's a term that's been given. Maybe look at it as if something would happen to you and you get something inside of your mouth somehow, like for any reason, this is the system of life support that would take care and take out the stuff that is not supposed to be in your belly. It's not supposed to digest 3 times a day everything that you put inside of you. We just don't know. For me, it's a library, not library, lab. It's a lab for me, and this lab, I approach it as a very unique place that is taking care of life threatening things. It's a second mind, and everybody knows that. And intestines are our second mind. We all know it, but we put food there because medical field said that we need to digest something there. She's saying, I'm ready for any tests. Take me to any field and test my body, test myself. What is it for? Why you need that digesting system and intestines? But I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna test the medical field tests against the mm, common. Um, I'm sorry, against the average indicators. And excuse me, I am not average because I'm not eating. Your average will be different from mine. So we're gonna have a different result. So, and a person from the audience saying, yes, okay, so we have it, we have it. We don't need to ask why we have it. And she's like, exactly, you don't need to ask that we have it. Don't guess why we have it. It's like a teeth. Teeth helps us to, with speech, to talk, to explain ourselves. And she is saying, and you know what? Start start with love. And how about keys? Because you know you need all the system, but why would you need it for anything else besides start with the keys? Because on autonomy lifestyle, you want a kiss, the key like kiss more, and that kiss is completely different and very sensual. So the lady is asking, we were born having harmony in our life with everything around us in our mind and our body. But how about taste? If we take away food, how are we gonna feel that harmony in taste? And as Anastasia is saying, you don't need to have any taste in your mouth. It should be tasteless. And we are actually eating or digesting smells, not food. Uh, and she's saying, it's all about what you feel, right? So you can feel a lot of different things, and the food helps you притупляет. I'm sorry, 1 second. And food, no, doesn't help your senses. It's like an example that she is saying. It's like when there is a harm, one person harmed another person. What are they craving? They craving the harm to themselves because this is the only way they can feel. So it's not the right way. I don't need any harm. I don't need anything. My satisfaction in a smell. I don't need food. On top of it, the food is a result of all the your taste buds being burned out, and you don't taste the food as it should be because it burns with salt and a lot of flavors that you put in. And the lady is saying, I understand the point. The more I go do a dry fast, the better the taste. The same with the bread, the fresh bread. You can taste the bread. And Anastasia is saying, I don't know why, but I never had that. It's just your habit. Just understand that everything is your habit, and everything started. Let's go back. Everything started with Adam and Eve, who from heaven on earth went directly into a pit by trying the apple. And she's saying, just understand whatever happens in the world, any war or any apocalypse, it doesn't bother you anymore because you will survive without any food or any water, and just live in peace, knowing that you wouldn't need anything. And there is a question. The lady is saying, "Did you open up anything in yourself by pursuing autonomy lifestyle?" And Anastasia is saying, "Yes, I became very honest, and I consider it super knowledge." not the knowledge. I consider it super ability. Question again about the weight. What what is gonna happen to a weight? That a person is asking. And Anastasia is saying you going to lose weight because of the excess of water that you have. So once the water excess of water goes, your weight will balance out to what it should be um, to your body. But if you are going to sleep and if you're not going to surf, then you're going to keep losing weight. If you're gonna lay down, feel sick, of course you might even die. You need to be active, on do a sit up 300 a day, push ups 300 a day. Don't look at yourself like you're sick and wait for something to come. You need to understand you're energized with energy and you need to use that energy. Communicate with your family, communicate with people around, and you just understand you just freed yourself from drug, which calls food. So understand one thing: we have a reactor in our body. We have the heat of our body. It produces a heat. It keeps us alive during the winter, during the cold weather. But we are used to pour it with the water, where we interrupting the process of our reactor with the water. We should not do that. And once you do that, you always gonna get cold in the winter. In the cold water, you're gonna be always freezing. Stop drinking water, stop to pouring water into your body. You cannot do that. The interesting fact, you also, if you're not drinking water, you stop burned out on under the sun and the heat as well. You never burns your skin never burns, no matter how hot it is, no matter how long you are under the sun. And Marina also confirming it. It's all a big lie that the sun is destroying your skin. Yes, it does when you eat. I see people on the outside in the sun, in the hot, when they are red, like a red, burned out by the sun. I can tell that person eats cooked meat, cooked food, because it's poisoned our body. And then it turns into the skin cancer and so on and on. The concept this man is presenting, saying, I understand maybe when you sleep, when you don't eat and don't drink and deprive sleep, you have a lot of energy, but you need to release the energy. But then if you sleep, mm, that mistake that during the sleep you're gonna get energy back when you are actively living your life. And she's saying it's another concept that been told us, told to us all our life, that you need to sleep in order to get energy back, or to fulfill, get your you yes, uh-huh, to wake your energy up you need to sleep. It's such a lie. And your weight, it doesn't matter, it doesn't connect to what how you live. You just live. And you grow muscles so fast during autonomy lifestyle, or during life autonomy lifestyle, where you your muscles grow very fast. But the fact, what you are losing on autonomy lifestyle is the water, not your weight, not your nothing else. I don't know how we were used to live in this lie. I can't even understand this. It's such a, everything is surrounded. We all were surrounded by this concepts. I am, and the guy saying, "Who is? How you getting energy again?" And she's saying, "But I am an energy. I am a sun. I have that reactor in me. It produces all the energy you need." Just understand that you are sun. And who is, let's say, who is Krishna? It's all loving personality, all loving and high frequency energy. And you are Krishna. You are. He doesn't. Hold on. Let's go back. It's all loving energy, and that's how um, you need to understand that you need to use your energy too and share it, because you are a loving energy and sun. And if you are becoming to that path, you need to share this energy, and you're gonna get more people following you, and that's how they're gonna keep you from falling asleep. They're gonna keep getting to you to share your knowledge and experience, and that's how I keep myself. You are keeping me alive, you're keeping me awake. um, so Нежелание жить. So she's saying, what is sleep? The sleep is a final stage where you get to sleep um, through sorrow, uh, self-hatred, hate for your life, and then the sleep is the final stage of all this. It's like ego. You put it on yourself, and then you go into the sleep. It's like resist the world around. It's just um, uh, you're refusing the world around. It's like you are not into the world around. You into yourself. It's a ego. If the water is so distractive, how about going into the oceans and swimming? The water in your houses is not good, but the water is natural source of water is really good. It's really good for your body, for your stability, mind stability. The regular water from your faucet, from the in your house, it's drying out. It dries you out. And also, you don't need water just like you don't need deodorant. It's just advertising that they say you need to use a deodorant in order to not to prevent the smell of your body, but there is no smell. And the same with women's period. The women stopped getting a period during the when they're on a lifestyle, autonomy lifestyle, and that's a normal fact where there is a ovulation, there is no a blood coming out monthly because there is nothing to clean up. It's a cleaning process, and your hemoglobin is balanced out and becoming normal. Hemoglobin, right?
Yes.
So what is the periods for women? Is a cleansing of the body to get ready for our baby, right? We go through it monthly because the body needs to clean itself and get all the bad stuff out of the system to always get ready for a baby. But then your body is not getting that periods when you're on a lifestyle of autonomy because there is no cleansing. You are so pure. Everything is connected. The period connected to what you eat. Remember, way, it's not a way where you going to feel alone. The autonomy lifestyle. It's like a Freddy Krueger. Kruger.
Very interesting. Very, very
Kruger.
interesting. Hmm.
It's like in that story with Freddy Krueger, where kids were scared to fall asleep because the Freddy Krueger would come and kill them in the sleep. So what they were doing, they were deprivating sleep. I never thought about the meaning of that story up until recently, because that is so true. You fall asleep and you die a little. To keep yourself alive, you need a socialize yourself. You need some socially that will keep you alive, that will keep you awake. And if you already have a socially, if you have already people that you connected with, it's great. Just add to it your autonomy lifestyle, try it, practice it, and they will help you to keep you awake. She's referring to Buteyko again in regards to sleep and breathing. So she's asking the person from the audience saying, well, maybe your physical body, when it's relaxed and resting, your mind is can fall drift into the light sleep, and it's okay. And Anastasia is saying, why your body needs to relax, why it needs to rest. Your body actually do not need a rest or uh, anything like that. It's never tired. You don't understand. You're never going to be tired. Again, the person is going back to, if you are right now on autonomous lifestyle, you are in control of your life and everything around. But who is control when you consume, let's say, that half of pear? And Anastasia is saying, for sure, it's not me in control if I eat something. And of course, everybody wants to have everything, and so in exchange have no punishment to it. If you want a food and you want to live autonomy lifestyle and all the things, there is some rules. It's like she's saying, Anastasia is saying, I understand. You want to think this way. If you are God and you create your life, why wouldn't you be able to eat and do what you want to do because you are a God? And Anastasia is saying, is that what you want? Uh, So there is, so the question is going back to who is in control then? Who is interacting with your power when you consume that half of peer? And then she's saying, I don't care who interacts with my energy, but I'm not in control at that point, because I already interacted with different energy. And I don't care who is in control at that point, because not me for sure. And on top of it, I don't want to go back to food, so I don't even want to. I don't want even eat. So is there anybody behind you or above you who controls the life? The person is asking. Who creates these rules? The person is asking. Who is putting that rules where if you want to control your life, you don't have, you need to do this. And if you are doing that, like consuming food, then you are not in control. I'm taking the control back to my hands. Who is that person? And that's Anastasia saying, I don't know who it is. It's just the rules. That's how it works. And even if it's not, even if it rules that are created by me, where I uh, mm, already put in the perspective that I'm gonna get punished for that fruit, I don't even worry about it anymore because it's gonna happen no matter of my belief. Something would happen. You know, it doesn't even matter because this lifestyle gonna bring you that clarity, what is good and what is evil. And it's she's saying, you know, I am not alone. We have a lot of practitioners of this lifestyle, and everybody's like one of my another friend who ate that apple, and the same night he got cheated by his wife because he exchanged love with his own companion, with a person, to a love to a fruit, with a like that it's like he cheated to on his he cheated on his wife by eating, and she cheated on him by, it's not that she paid him back, but the universe paid him back. And you know what? It's your own choice to accept this reality or don't accept this reality. It's my experience and experience of all of us. My place here is just to share my experience and knowledge. The question was, so you are more holy at this point from a religious standpoint, because it is like you becoming a true to yourself, where mistakes are is like a sin, and she is thinking and she's saying, you know, yes, might you might be right. Mhm. And she's saying, and you know, at this point, be, God transformed from being a father into something else to you. It's like every parent wants eventually their kids to be self-sufficient and reliable and rely on on their on their self, and be responsible for what they do in life. And of course, all parents want their kids to get even better in life than their own parents. So that's how I look at it. She's saying from the natal, you know, astrological map. If I look at the people again, going back to it, there is no problem. Everybody's born with no obstacles. You check, you look into any astrological map. But when you look at the map of the person who eats, you will see that the problems consume all the good thing that's been in this in his astrological map. and and you are walking your life through all false scenario, and you walk and you live your life with the false scenarios. How are you walking this your path? Are you feeling that this is righteous and this is not, this is good and this is not, by sensing it, or you are just like down to religion? She's saying, no, I am feeling this way is right. It's mine and I feel it. That's right. And I understood what is false dreams. I can distinguish false dreams and false goals from my real ones now. You form your own life. And when you eat, you're going into the false lifestyle, false life. What happened on autonomy lifestyle? You worked your um, karma very fast. When you eat everything, you don't see the connection between the events and your food and events that happens. You will get paid. You will pay for what you eat or what you how you live, but it's not gonna happen right away. You don't see that connection. That is the reason you don't see it, because it's not happening. It's not happening right away. But when you're on autonomous lifestyle, you get karma for what you've done right away. It's like 5 minutes difference between you're consuming and what happens after. The time is expands. No. Goes fast. Ускоряется. Ладно, translate. Um, the time is accelerating, and you are getting karma back right away. So Marina is saying, I'm going to share, I'm not going to give a recommendation how to start your path. I'm going to just share because it's all individual. I'm going to share my experience, how I started. Hold on 1 second. Uh-huh. Mhm. So I started with 24 hours dry, and then I and was looking at myself. I was feeling great, but I was going through a lot of detoxification, where my body started to, my skin started to burst with um, bruises. Uh, I was having a fever, but I was sleeping though at that point. Fourth day in a row of my dry fast, I realized I found myself looking at my ceiling without desire to sleep. I didn't want to sleep, and it was like I was trying to fall asleep, and somebody's just pushing me off asleep. Like it's some another energy just pushing me back to be active. And I woke up. Yes, I started to walk around. My husband was sleeping. So, and that's how I started with sleep deprivation. I just found something to do for myself. I found a room in my house. I had a room where I would sew, and I had that thing that people sew on. So I started to sew clothes. So, and that's how my nights was running. I was sewing clothes, listening music. And then I've noticed that I had so much energy that I was having a backyard with all the veggies there, and I would work all day under the sun with no hat and little to cover some main parts of my body, and I would stop having uh, burns on my skin. My skin wouldn't get burned, and I wouldn't get tired. I So I started with 1 day a week, and I was going through that transition. And then I realized I can do 2 days, so I moved to a 2 days, and then I came to a 3 days. And then you know what happened with my dry fasting and this lifestyle and deprivation of sleep? I was going through such a tough time where my my mind started to clean out all my um, feelings and all my madness from the previous life, all that I suppressed from the past, all the pain started to come out. I was starting to have ups and downs in my moods. I had all the people that I couldn't forgive through my life started to come out, and I started to work on my mental detox. And I thought that I forgot of forgive everybody in my life. I had a companion from my business uh, that handled that took all her business, their business, and registered under her name, her friend. So, and this way she pushed Marina out of the business. And Marina was thinking she forgot that lady. She gave let it go and forgave her. And it happened so long ago, and it came out during my cleansing. And then during this process, I realized she couldn't do anything else. It was the only option she could do. She needed to register business under her name. I realized the reasons. I saw the reasons clear why she did it. because she couldn't go against herself, and I couldn't see it when I was eating normal living lifestyle. I couldn't see that she couldn't go against her husband. Her husband pushed her to do it, and I worked through all this pain and suppressions, and I've rewrote my history all my life, and all my pain, all my pain and resentments went away. It cleared from my body. I lost my fear also. It went as a detox. I At my ages, I thought I never gonna go back and ski again. And you know what? I couldn't believe that I got so much energy that I tried it again ski. My fear went away that I can break something. And now I'm skiing in my ages. And the person is asking, Marina, but how about your cravings? Do you still want to go back to food? What do you miss? And Marina is saying, I love that beautiful plates, china servings. I still love all of this. This is in my blood. But I don't want to eat traditionally. I can get a cabbage and just chew on it and throw it away. But I just like the sense of that crunchiness on my under my teeth. But the more I practice dry fasting and a lifestyle, autonomy lifestyle, the more I get into it, and the better I feel. And now I have only a little couple of veggies left. It's a cucumber, um, a little bit nuts. And you know what? I found that connection between if I eat when I eat and something happens. So when for me it's a law. If I eat something, if I consume some veggie, that cucumber, I am staying at the house because I know that something would happen to me. My old friends that used to be my best friends are turned their back on me because they didn't understand what I'm going through. And then now they turned back again to me, and they turned their back again to me, and they became again my friends, my support. Now they are throwing all that feast at the house, cooking a lot of different food, but it doesn't bother me. I love sitting with them around their table. I am not eating, but they do, and we're having such a great time. I can drink tomato juice with them a little, but I'm trying not to because I understand how it's impacting my body. An interesting fact, when you eat a little, even drink that juice, I don't want to do anything. I'm so lazy and I feel so tired, and I'm going through TV programs. And when I don't eat, it's interesting. I have so much energy and I always have something to do. And everything is so fast. I read this, I did this. All right, she's saying their time also coming to the end. Right, she's really happy that she found this path. We're at the end of the video.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have to say bye. That's it. So
Thank you so
long.
much. Well, enjoy. You double, huh? Enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah. So bye.
Yeah,
Bye bye. We are going to have Marina herself. Yeah.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Yes. Day for me. For me, it's already today. Today.
Oh, yes, yes. Right. Well, good luck to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Now. I don't know if still recording or what. Just allow. I want you to leave. Okay. No problem. No problem.